upsetting your students.
I'm severely deaf, and I can communicate fine. I'd appreciate it if you look at me when you speak to me. I wear a hearing aid, and I can be let. You could have asked if I needed an interpreter.
I'm sorry. I didn't mean to offend you.
There are 152 students at my school. We live together, we study together, we eat together. We're a family. And Brian is dead.
Dr. Gilbert, we're just following protocol. We need to speak with Brian's friends, his roommates.
You also need access to his records.
The crime didn't happen here, it happened out there.
I'm not accusing anybody of anything.
Neither am I. But there are more of you, right? Send someone else. Someone with more understanding of this school, of my students.
But we're here now, and evidence is time sensitive.
How can you solve a crime without understanding the victim?
She's kicking us out.
Good evening, everybody. Time here is 10:14 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. The temperature is 30 degrees, and it says light snow.
Yeah, we didn't have a warrant, so she kicked us out. What did you do?
So, hope everybody had a good Thursday day.
All right, let's go.
Hope God reward you good today. So,
Dr. Gilbert, I'm Gil Grissom with the Crime Lab. You kicked my people out of your office.
I'm kicking you out too.
Look, your student is dead. Don't you want to know?
so if you don't know it, A1 Media is on. He's out driving.
Because they don't understand the victim?
I guess he's on the outskirts of California. Maybe he coming home from work. I don't know.
You're not.
Is that
So
what you think I'm saying?
tomorrow,
He's dead.
probably
Maybe
12
you feel
p.m. Eastern Standard Time, I head to Vision Works. We pick our glasses up.
want to help.
Then from there, go to Charlestown to the post office.
Will include me in your investigation.
Check the mail. Maybe I have some good news in the mail, but
Now,
I don't know.
is Brian Clemens' file?
So I didn't check.
Brian filed
You know,
6 complaints against his roommate.
I done some video laying in my bed, and then I went and showed you I took my
Brian
2
requested a new roommate.
big bags of cat litter out and dumped that. Then I went outside and showed you the west side towards 65.
To hear or speak, to communicate.
Then I walked back there a little ways and showed the back 40. Then I showed you those trees and stuff like that. So I will be live streaming on the way to Clarksville to the iPlace. Live streaming to Charlestown. If I don't screw up and put it in this phone thing that I could put on my jacket, I must put it in. No, I didn't put it, but something must have been blocking my camera. That's the only explanation I can come up with. So that's probably one I did the other day. So, but I even came in after I walked around out there in that cold weather. Took me a little kitty cat nap. I want to say hi to everybody on Twitch, everybody on YouTube. I got talking to somebody, maybe it was on Instagram. I told her, you know, go to YouTube if you want to see a picture, anything about me. Then she said something about the internet. How can she be on Instagram if, you know, if the internet's slow or something? I don't know. It didn't make no sense to me. But I expect, you know, I'm being honest with all your people, telling you my life story. I don't have to, but this is my life story. You know, I tell you about my heart attacks. I tell you about my high blood pressure. I tell you about my diabetes. You know, Pepsi don't pay me a thing for me telling you, you know, Pepsi Zero Sugar. Because there's people out there in the world that got diabetes. You know, but if you don't drink Pepsi, you drink something else, check if they got your zero sugar free soft drinks. I know a few brands, but I only drink them unless I have to. Like some of those fast food don't have Pepsi products. They got the other brand. So I would get the zero sugar of the other brand, which, you know, it don't taste bad. But since I took me a little cat nap, you know, I feel pretty good. I changed the 2 cat boxes in here. So I, you know, I got a bag of that horse pellets out in my trunk, so I bring that in because I still got a half, I think, less than a half a bag. And I told you how to donate. You all know about my cats. You know, I don't know if Walmart got gift cards or what. So, you know, I could use some more dry cat food. You know, Meow makes a big bag or something, unless I have at least $30 for the big bag at Tractor Supply. It's about $29. You can look it up on Tractor Supply website. So that's something, you know, if you want to do it. So I do need gasoline. Like, you know, like I told you, I'll be live streaming tomorrow because I'm going to Vision Works to pick up the glasses into Charlestown to the post office, collect all the mail. And if you did send anything, if it's in the post office, I would say I got a donation from somebody in the state of so-and-so, not the name, because that's your or my business. But I've told you if you put a note in it, you know, you can tell me maybe you got an anonymous donor or something. So that'll let you know. So, like I said, my day went along pretty good, but Mama Pretty Girl, you heard me get on her in the last video that I done live, got on her, I told Mama Blackie, I said, you talk to Pretty Girl and have her bring her 3 babies back, which that's your grandkids. Can you tell her to bring them back? Mama Black is a pretty good mama. Like I said, those kitty cats is like my babies. You know, I treat them like my own kids. I spoil them. That's the bad part. Timothy McGee, you know, I told you a story about him. He was too close to the highway when I turned into the main road before I hit my road. I opened the door. I didn't even call Kitty Cat. I opened the door. He jumped in, sat on my lap, turned his motor on about 90 miles an hour. And cats don't do that. Doggies, yes, but kitty cats, I don't know. He just laid down in my lap. I took him home, picked him up, you know, took him in the house, unlocked the front door, and hit the security code, all this. But, you know, before I really found out he was a tomcat, you know, I should have looked closer. But dummy me didn't do that. So, you know, that kind of made me a little mad, but I caught him in time. You know how tomcats are, but I put him out there with the other 3 tomcats. Because Socks, then I brought Socks in here because he's what they classify as it. So, you know, that was pretty good. So, you know, that tells you something. But I love my kitty cats. As I told you, I'm in my 70s. I'm retired. I get between $800 to $900. You know, it's hard living on a fixed income.
What's your location?
So,
Johnson Seymour, turn back east.
oh. But, you know, that's how it goes. You know, you have good days, bad days. So, I tell you things that I need because I rather live stream on my computer and my cell phone. Everybody says I need a gaming computer. I put in a search engine. Laptop with HDR. All kinds of computers and different places to get them from. So, I don't know what I'm looking at. One laptop had, I guess, graphics card that started with an N, but that's all I can remember. Like I said, I don't know anything about computers. And there's no way, but like I say, I haven't heard from my lawyers on that accident I had. I checked with, I check on my insurance app. There's nothing said they settled yet, so, but I think that's screwy. Why should I have to pay my insurance back? Her insurance should pay directly to them, not take it out of what I'm going to get. Like Medicaid, she should pay for it. I shouldn't have to pay for it, but that's what's going on. I never saw that up on the screen. So that might be, it said my name, and that must be that went live on Twitch. Maybe that's what it is. I don't know. I never saw that before. I didn't pay any attention to it. Today is January the 18th, 2024. My friend I talked to, he called me. I said, what did you do this time on Facebook? They delete one of my posts, but it didn't say which post or what. You know, I think Facebook sets people up where they could put them in Facebook jail for 24 to 48 hours or 30 days, or they don't like what you post. They consider that spam. You know, I wish somebody buy them SOB Facebook people out. If I was rich, I would buy a bunch of stock in Facebook, because then they wouldn't do that anymore. But, you know, before you have any control, you would have to buy more than 1,000 shares of Facebook. But I remember growing up, I could have bought some shares. You know, it was penny, $1 a share back then. Cotton pickers worth quite a bit of money. But, you know, I didn't think of crap like that back in those days. I wish I did. I probably could have sold what it was and made $1 million. But, you know, I didn't do that, but so, you know, that's kind of stupid. I'm watching on TV CSI Vegas. You know, I got the volume turned down because by hearing that in the background, would they classify that as repeat, you know, which I don't own the rights to it, but if you're a Pepsi drinker and you got diabetes, try Pepsi Zero Sugar. Pepsi don't pay me anything for doing it. I'm letting people know, if you got diabetes, see if they got the soft drinks that you like, try Zero Sugar. I know there's a couple of companies out there. I know Mountain Dew is a Pepsi product. I don't think they got any Mountain Dew Zero Sugar. And I got an email or something, or maybe a text, some kind of drink that Pepsi got. I can't remember what it was. It wasn't Mountain Dew. That was something. I can't remember. they're calling for rain and snow. Well, if it rains and the temperature is like it is, that means it's going to be ice. I won't know until I wake up. So, that's something, wait and see. But if it's going to be ice and snow, I might not take 65. I might take the state highway all the way into Sellersburg. That way I can go slow. 'Cause you know how people drive on the expressway, and with the snow, you doing under the speed limit trying to drive safe, they get a little PO at you. So one thing I'm finding out, you have an Android phone, you have something that helps erase your thing and take some of your stuff away where your your memory ain't full. Since I got the iPhone, the same apps I had on my Android phone, they want you to pay for it because you got an iPhone. Does iPhone people think I'm made out of money? I deleted some apps, on games that I don't play, or I didn't like it that much, or I didn't play it that much. I delete them. So, but I don't know. I upgraded my plan on my cell phone. I had 5 gigs. 5 gigs when you're running around doing live streaming, it don't last that long. So I updated to unlimited data. And cancel the insurance through the cell carrier. Since I got an iPhone, they offer me insurance in case something happens to my phone, so it was cheaper when I was paying the carrier. I think the carrier I was paying $8 to $10 more a month. So I saved a few dollars, but I had to pay $10 and something, I guess, to cover the rest of this month. So I'm going to have donations to pay for my cell phone service. Because that extra money, let's see, about $20 more a month, that takes a little bit out of my pocket. It takes a few of my extra dollars that I try to, to save. So, that's good, but, I'm being honest with y'all. I told this girl I was talking to, I forget where it was, I told her about YouTube, want to go by YouTube. So you want me to subscribe. If she has internet or slow internet, how does she know about streaming on YouTube? I say that person's is watching YouTube, so I say maybe that's a little white lie, maybe, but why people have to lie to you? You get talking, say like on Twitter. I had this girl, we was chatting. I guess she a girl. That could be a lie, unless they could do a live video. They come, they said this and that, having problems with this and that. I had one person try to get money out of me. That was a girl. I forget what country the person was in, but it was a kid. It was to me, a kid. At least he was honest after I caught him in lies. I know the right questions to ask, but I'm going to catch you. Because some of these people, they're supposed to be girls, but they're spammers or they crooks. Right off the bat, I tell them I'm on a fixed income. I'm 70 plus years old. I don't have that much money. And you don't hear from me anymore. Why do they have to lie to you? So, but God will punish people like that.
Please call reference a pedestrian that was
So,
struck by a vehicle. The caller is the pedestrian. She's conscious and breathing and talking. The vehicle is still on scene. EMS, your call comes required 1050. Car versus pedestrian.
that makes me mad when people lie.
Away. Next, be clear. Thank you.
This streaming is brought you by Prison Live Studio.
Not that I can tell.
You can do Facebook, YouTube, Twitch, and some others. So I know there's other apps you can do. They got Instagram, TikTok, YouTube, Twitch, stuff like that. But I like Prism. You can download it on your computer. You can download it on your cell phone. Thanks to A1 Media, he told me how to do the landscape mode. So turn your phone sideways and start live streaming. That should be in the landscape mode. That's what you see on YouTube is a landscape mode. So it helps out, A1 Media is using his cell phone in his vehicle. And, which, he helped me, but I was going to ask him again, besides YouTube, how do I do Switch? But I figure it out. So, I got that working, but the other things they got in Switch, I don't have an app, and I'm trying to keep not too many apps on my phone, but if I had the money, I'd get a cell phone that got more than 64. I like to have one at 128 or bigger, if you know what I'm talking about. But I did not have the money. I had the money for this iPhone SE Series, I guess you call it Series 3. It's red. That's what this one was. The one they had on display at the cell phone place was red. So if it tells you anything. But I have no problem with the iPhone. The charging cord, it snaps in. And I like it. It's better than the Samsung Galaxy Halo 7, I guess it was. A charging thing, you go in, and time you take it off your house charger and put it in your mobile, you wear it out. It's not as good as iPhones are. And thanks for iPhone coming up with a good charging port and all this. God bless you all. I like to have another iPhone, but until I hit the lotto, I ain't going to do it. So, I look at the GoPro, on live streaming, which I don't know if I done it in the last video or not, but you got to download the app and this and that. And you can do YouTube and all that by using the GoPro app. But I still can't find out. I've been searching for power connections to do that where you can plug it in your cigarette lighter. Maybe I'm looking at the wrong place and didn't type the right thing into the Google search engine. So, I don't know. So if it's your first time on there and you just watching a live video, that's okay. You don't have to make a comment.
I use just a little bit back here on the big spring fridge.
So, that's okay.
I haven't put any down.
So if you're on Twitch, go to YouTube, Tom Cartwright 4375. Bring up the live video right now, or any videos. Hit that bell, then hit it again, and go up and hit all notifications. That way you get all of them. That's what I tell the people do. So. And, you know that I'm not getting nothing from YouTube. You know the rules. If you don't believe me, you can go to your search engine. How many subscribers do I need on YouTube before I make any money? And it pops up and it tells you everything, but I thought it was just 50, but it said 1,000 subscribers, 4,000, I don't know, it was 4,000 hours or 4,000 views. I don't know. I told you my memory ain't too good. I should remember that. So, that's something, I need, I need gas money to bring you live streams from my mobile. The only time I live stream in my mobile when I have to be out. Like going to the doctor or going to Charlestown to get my mail. Or like tomorrow, I'm going to Vision Works and my son and me going to pick up our glasses. But he got his, his came in before mine. I guess he got a few extras they want to take care of because he's always does it. So I took my bath last night. So I always take a bath every night. But I don't think I did it tonight, since all I've been doing is laying on this bed and went outside, took 2 bags of cat litter out and dumped that, which I use, like I told you, I get at Tractor Supply, and they call the horse pellets bedding, which is, it's pine. And anybody who has kitty cats,
All the Madison drivers try to time out your route. You're back at the unit by 11:45. We can hand things off in the next year.
and you know, if you want to start your cats by using horse pellets, you got to sprinkle some your regular cat litter. They know the smell of the cat litter. Once they start using that, you can slack off on your cat litter. All you have to do is use that scoop, take out number 2, and when they do number 1, it turns into sawdust. You know, you can change it. It's about $5 a bag. I know cat litter, you get the best one, costs quite a bit. What I like to get, I can't afford unless I hit the lotto. But it's up to God. I will get what you see it advertised on TV like that.
Okay, 10-4. I'll just hang tight then.
And I guess you call it the robot cat thing. It's like a tube where a cat goes in there, does its business, then it rotates and dumps it in the thing. And you know, but you see what those things cost? The only way I can afford something like that is hit the lotto. So, you know, that's never going to happen. Man, my nose keep itching. As I've always been told, if your nose itch, you're going to have company. No company this time of night.
All right, all you Phillipsburg drivers, if your road's wet, make sure you get some salt down. And if you have not put any salt down, you do not have to unload your truck. Just bring it on in and leave it loaded. But if you put salt down, make sure you empty your truck and let me know how much is in there, how much you use.
It must be raining outside.
Be safe getting here. We'll see you.
Because I'm listening to NDOT, that's Indiana State Highway Department.
Midnight.
So they said we was going to get some rain. It's 29 degrees outside. That means freezing temperatures. That means it'd be ice. If you live in this part of Indiana or Louisville, Kentucky, be careful if you leaving to go to work or anything. People, if you got family that works in Louisville, like I'm in the southern part of Indiana, which is Clark County, which I'm about 16 to 19 miles north of Louisville, Kentucky, if you follow I-65.
Where we quit at 11.4 heading south. Have you got any lanes after that?
So if that tells you anything.
Copy that. I will do the center.
Yeah, I've salted all the way down to it because it's all wet now. So
might get off that Sellersburg and top off. I got the fuel earlier, but I'm about to get some more.
I held $210 worth of.
I thought the state highway department had their own fuel. The guy said that he just put $200 and some odd dollars in. So, but, you know, like I said, state police and all that had their own gas pumps. But I guess each state trooper got a gas card for their commission. But, so, I guess they still got gas at the state police post in Salisbury, which you get off at the 9-mile marker to go to the state police post, because the state police post is right behind the Burger King there in Salisbury. That's where District 45 is, so. And if you watch for public safety, you know, if you like his type of videos, and his wife, I forget what his wife goes by, I mean, not his wife, his girlfriend goes by on YouTube. They were somewhere in Kentucky. And I watched one today, What the Hells. He buys those he goes to an auction on those storage lockers. And some stupid law in the state of Florida, anyone runs for an office, you got to give them your whole life history, your income, what kind of, you know, all that, you know, to be an office in the state of Florida. So, to me, that is stupid. So, you know, they had a good mayor and had a good clerk treasurer. They changed that place, but under that stupid law, but the other guy who was married before her, I'm hoping he gets arrested by the state of Florida. He done some illegal stuff. So if you go to YouTube and What the Hell, HALES, I think is Jeremy and George, you can see what going on down there in Otters Creek. So it tells you stuff. So, but people, I tell you, some YouTube live streamers, there's no politics. Don't talk about politics. Don't talk bad about anybody's YouTube channel, because it make them mad, because they help each other's out. You know, they're pretty good friends. Like I said, you know the rules. I talk about everything. I don't have a Bible here, you know, but I remember John 3:16 and not any other, you know, maybe it sticks in my brain. That's the only thing I can figure. So I'm going to put my phone down where I can take another drink of Pepsi Zero Sugar.
The caller was the mother of the patient. She was advising her daughter sent her a picture of her face. Her eyes and nose were swollen. She advised her mother she was having a hard time breathing. There was no known allergy that the mother could advise.
So, I'm not getting paid by Pepsi. If they want to do it, they can do it.
Because the ADL's down. Remember they unplugged it from my monthly.
They can pay me $50 a month and 34 or 36 packs of Zero Pepsi. They could do that. The $50 will pay for my gasoline when I'm live streaming.
It looks like it's kind of clearing off here. I don't know how far north you've made. I'm going to make my flip probably here before long. Yeah, I'm just now coming into Underwood. Between Underwood and, down there in Henryville, it gets pretty nasty over. We're couldn't see no lines.
It must be snowing out there because NDOT just said between Henryville and Underwood, which is up the road from me, is you can't see the line, so it must be snowing outside. So I guess I can look out, but it's hard to see when you got no street lights. That's a good thing about living out in the country. There's no street lights.
Can you please start me a check card? I'm going to clear from the 36 down to the 9, just for 1043 at the 36 and start my flurry.
I put my cup down.
I'm doing that right now. I started at 36. I'm down here at the 14th.
It must be snowing past Scottsburg.
Clear.
What ISP was talking about. But when I don't watch my cameras as much, so I gotta put my laptop down.
I don't know. I'm going to flip around here just south of Scottsburg and go south. But what do you think about the bridges in between Scottsburg and Austin? Do you think, should we check them?
Oh! Oh! Yeah, it's snowing.
First responders requesting PD unit for the Bellevue call, 744 Bellevue.
I see some white stuff on the ground, but not enough to mount to anything. Up on the high spots, there's probably more snow up there. So, I got a light, there in that doghouse igloo or doghouse, whatever you call it. If there's any kitty cats in there, I don't know. I ain't going out there and look. They're all in bed. Pretty girl knows where to go, come up on the porch and go down there between the steps and the wall, where she had a baby, because I know it has to be warm down there, because they're out of the wind and all this. But why she moved her babies, I don't know. So Blackie's there right close to Soft, washing his face. Because Blackie is Wildcat's baby. So plug my phone back in. But when I go to bed, I turn my cell phone off. That way I won't get disturbed. But, you know, because we're going to leave here about 12 o'clock. I got to listen to truck drivers and listen to NDOT. That way I can find how bad the roads are. But like I said, the temperature outside right now is 29 degrees. Freezing is 32, so 29 degrees is cold. That means before we leave, I have to go out there, start the engine up, let it warm up, crack my window a little bit, because I don't think the doors will lock. I don't think. But I leave it crack enough where I can stick my hand in there to unlock it. I know I got insurance to cover for a locksmith to come out, but I don't use it. Sometimes you got that insurance like that, you might only allow to use it once or twice a year. I forget who my son had, and he needed a tow truck. They canceled him without letting him know anything. Come on, I know, stay right there and I pet you, Alexi. See, there's Alexi there. She wants all kind of loving. That's Alex's firstborn. That's Margaret's granddaughter. The only granddaughter Margaret got. Ain't that right, Alex? Said, Daddy won't let me have any more babies. Well, a man got shot and killed over in Louisville, Kentucky. I said, I tell you, at least they have 1 or 2 killings a day over in Louisville, Kentucky.
13, can you send on the rest?
So,
Copy text in for over there.
I don't know how many people gets killed with guns in Bakersfield, California, or the state of California. But why people got to kill each other? Can't you get along, be nice, you know? I'd say I can't tell the difference between regular Pepsi or zero sugar Pepsi. Maybe I get to see that girl down there at Vision Works tomorrow. But since tomorrow Friday, I don't know her schedule, so that's okay. I'm going to have to change my bedroom light. I like to put a ceiling fan in it, you know, like I got in my living room. I got a ceiling fan that got 3 light bulbs. I got those, what's it, LEDs, whatever you call them.
What rent did you come off of, Mike?
So it's one I have in there and those lights.
What range did you do in Sellersburg?
These lights I got in there, you remember the old type Christmas lights that got the big screw thing? That's about what these looks like.
Oh, okay, you got on.
My son ordered some LEDs or LCDs, whatever you call them, to put in there. So I might have to find something like that at the dollar store or family dollar store, but when you're on a budget, you got to add that into your budget. So, to do that. But if I get anything for gas tomorrow in my mailbox, if it's a post office money order, I cash it right there at the post office. Well, I take a picture of it. That way I have a record of it and a person's name. And, well, I won't mention the person's name. I just mention the state the person's from. You laying there by your cousin, Kathy? Huh? That's Kathy, that's your cousin. That's your mama's baby sister. Nancy and Kathy's sisters. That's Margaret's second born. You'll love Billy and the other one, but I don't know why they die, because I don't use poison in here. I keep their water bowl filled. But the flea stuff, one of my tomcats, I can't put them on those two tomcats, because they have seizures when I gives it to them. I don't know if I could buy a flea collar, but if that'll work or not. Some flea collars, cats can't handle it. I don't want to kill a cat by putting a flea collar on, but sometimes they get a bath. I use Dawn dishwashing liquid. Yeah, they do get a little PO about when they get in the water, but when I wash them, help with those fleas and all that, then I give them stuff like maybe bacon grease, something like that to bring the coats shiny. So I say, since they're losing hair, this is Kathy. Her hair's coming back. The inside cats don't really get that much milk. The outside cats does, because they're out there and the milk is real warm. They drink the heck out of it. Water, they drink plenty of water in the summertime. I guess maybe they go back out to the creek and drink the water. They know where that is, but that creek needs to be cleaned out, a little bit deeper where the water will stay in there. Because you look in that water, you see a few baby frogs hop in it, and you see those little, minnows? So then I got those, I see when I'm walking or in the yard, those little lizards, I guess you call them lizards. Sometimes I've seen one that kind of had a blue tint to it. So the way that it looks, you know, through the night, you know, if they have a wreck or the tone goes off for the fire department or NDOT's out, I know how bad 65 is. The way the NDOT talking about, you know, between Henryville and Underwood, that's about 5 miles from each other, give or take a little. Then from Henryville to Memphis, Memphis is a 16-mile marker. That's where they got the 3 truck stops. Henryville exit, I think, is either 18 or 19-mile marker.
750 gallons remaining in the tank.
Scottsburg is, I think, the 29-mile marker. Austin maybe 32, 34 exit. So
If you can see anybody coming, you can go around us. Yeah, you're clear.
but like I said, I'm looking on my screen, you know, my name and numbers. It has to be Twitch live on the air. I've never seen that before. Or maybe I didn't pay attention to it. Maybe that's what it is. Probably never pay attention to it. Put my laptop back on it. My Rolly cup hurts so bad. If I don't watch it, I knock my cup over. The temperature is still 29 degrees. The time is 11:15 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. Sorry about that. But my nose keeps itching. As I've been told, when your nose itches, you're going to have company. So
Run the dirt train with the loader behind it and try to run some of that salt into the bucket so we get that weight off of there and get this thing picked up. Yeah, we can probably do that. We're probably going to be needing a loader to load trucks.
you know, like I say, I need gasoline to live stream. I guess Marathon, Sunoco, and Shell got gift cards. I don't know.
Hey, John, when you get a free minute, give me a call.
But, you know, I tell you, a post office money order, you know, there's no problem cashing that. If you want me to open a savings account, I need at least $200, but I won't know what my bank needs to open up a savings account. I know banks got a regular savings account. They got another savings account. You can't touch it for 6 months, which I think that pays higher interest. So, you know, like I say, I'll find out. I won't be going to the bank until February the 3rd, whatever day that falls under.
Alright, I got the slow lane all the way from Hamburg to Memphis, and I'm getting the fast lane from Memphis back. So everything on the southbound side is city. And whatever lane you get on that side over there, that's going to be left for Josh.
Now they're going southbound from the 16, putting salt down. But like I say, when it's freezing temperature, that salt's not going to work. But ain't there something else they could put? Because because sometimes I see I know salt's white. Sometimes I see it blue. Is that calcium or something they added to it?
Hopefully we're getting nothing come out of his truck, because I'm headed back north and we ain't even started working on the road yet.
So, but if it's snowing where you're at, just be careful. If you don't have to get out, stay in, give it time for your state and county and city, give it a chance to clean it off and put the salt down and all that. Like the counties around here, they put cinders and sand down. And I don't like them putting cinders down. When I go for my walk, especially on really warm days, you look down at the blacktop, it looks like pieces of glass. So, are they burning glass or what makes glass, you know? I kind of hate cinders, but you know, if you burn wood, you take that cinders out when they cool down and throw it out there in your driveway or in the road. That's what I used to do when I lived in my grandma's house. Because the city could never come up there and clean it because they had the dump truck with that big blade on it. It's kind of hard to make a kind of circle. It's something like a cul-de-sac, but it had a concrete thing in the middle of it. I call it a flower pot with a light pole in the middle of it. You know, whoever got public service or PSI or public service, I forget what that is for the cities, but they do out in the country. But out in the country, they got RMC around here. I think over in Louisville, it's LGE, I think, over in Louisville, the gas and electric company. So, you know, I'm going to have to look at another phone holder, maybe something like a tripod, where I can put it on my cell phone. You know, I have to look at that, but I ain't got the money to spare. Because what money I got in my checking account right now is my house payment. You know, they take it out. So much go for the house payment, and the rest of it goes in the escrow to pay my homeowner's insurance and property tax. So I'm expecting my house payment to go up a few dollars, because my homeowner's insurance is about $1,000, you know, for it. But my house is worth, because I guess it costs more to rebuild this house and replace everything in it, like your icebox, your washer and dryer, TVs, your clothes, and stuff like that. But you know, I got one smoke detector, but the way I understand, you need a smoke detector in each room. But my kitty cats usually let me know if anything goes on. I got a carbon monoxide detector. Do I need that? I say no, since I ain't got any gas hooked up to the house, but you never know when the carbon monoxide will sneak in your house. So, you know, if you get one reading instructions, you got to have it so much off of the floor. I just got a smoke detector out there in the hallway.
All stop for drivers. At the end of your shift, make sure you get your truck filled up and dump your salt so you get new salt for the next shift.
And
Yeah, go to John.
so the,
Jason, can you walk out here to the parking lot? I got an issue with the truck. I'm out here in the lot right now.
I took you out the back way going to Walmart.
Yeah, so it looks like you're all froze up. Just drop your file and just go ahead and go back to the unit. We'll dump your bed and get some fresh.
And on Lake Road, before you get to Highway 56, I told you on the left, the State Highway Department. I guess that, Scottsburg area, from there to Madison, I don't know. Then they got a State Highway Department there on 31. If you coming northbound, I guess, around the 6, 7, 5, somewhere, northbound. If you're going northbound, you can see that on the right. That's before you get to the 7, so it's probably the 5 or 6 mile marker on the northbound side of that State Highway Department there. I guess they call that maybe Fall City, I would guess.
Hours or anything like that either.
So
10-4, give me about 15 minutes and I'll be there. It's sitting here loaded, so.
So I hope everybody had a good day. You know, be safe out there. I want to say hello to anybody who's on Switch. Well, good evening, wherever you're at. Here I'm in southern Indiana. I'm close to Louisville, Kentucky. The time here is 11.
When I get to Henryville, do you want me to jump over to 31?
I guess it's 11:25. I'll be glad when I get my new glasses, but you see these glasses they advertise on TV where you adjust them up here, you put your hand over one eye, then you adjust it, then you go to the other eye and cover that up and adjust it. It'd be nice if you can find them in the store, but I've always seen them advertised on TV. Maybe that'll help me out a little bit better until they talk me into surgery. Knock on wood, I don't have to yet. They just up my prescriptions. I'll find out tomorrow, see how good this eye doctor is. But this woman doctor I had a few years ago, she made these glasses. I never had perfect glasses, but I don't know if she's still there or one of them don't work on Wednesday, so. But, that's okay. Remember, tomorrow's Friday. Parents, hug your kids before they go to bed. Tell them you love them. Anything can happen during the night. Have smoke detectors in your house. Have your carbon detectors in your house. Have all them things in your house. And if one of you don't work tomorrow, maybe you can stay up and do a fire watch. You have more fires in the wintertime than you do the summertime. You either burning the wood stove or something like that. So if you don't have to work tomorrow, do your fire watch. Anybody who been in the service, when you're in boot camp, you stand fire two of you. That's how it was when I was in. Two of you would be up for 2 hours. You walk to one end of the barracks to the other, back and forth for 2 hours. Then you wake the other two people up. Then you go to sleep. You know how them fire watches is when you're in boot camp. So you need to do fire watches, Because if you sleep like me, that smoke detector's not going to wake me up. Like, since I got that sensor, it don't go off when it's high. It goes off when it's low. And it does wake me up, because that's a noise I've never heard before, so that's something, if it's a strange noise, that'll wake me up. Come on, lay down on your cousin, Blackie. Kathy won't mind you laying on her. You are the smart kitty cats. You're not laying on my lap. See, you all learning. So I wish this light had a remote control. That way I don't have to get off and turn it off. So
Over to turn on his four-wheel drive. It's going to be a white Pathfinder. If you get any calls, he's 10-4.
But, I don't know what to talk about. I could talk about the no good FedEx. They don't know what overnight is. Overnight to them is 2 to 7 days. Overnight means the next day. Every time I order something, I ask the company, use UPS or FedEx. He said, we send it next day service. I said, you mean you're paying for next day service? He said, yes, sir, we are. I said, it's not next day service, 2 to 3 days. He said, you joking? I said, no, that's the truth. Have you ever talked to the people that you FedEx to and see if they got it the next day? He said, no. FedEx is not same next day shipping. Like I say, when I had coming was medical supplies. That was a matter of life and death. They say, well, you get it tomorrow. It'll be shipped overnight. But somehow they had the 15th on it. That's not overnight shipping, you dumbass FedEx people. Overnight means the next day, not 2 to 3 days. You're price gouging. I think everybody should get money back. You owe me some money. You owe on this medical supplies, you owe them money. They ship out every day, overnight. And I heard people talk about it. So it's not overnight, but I can back it up because I order stuff and it's supposed to be overnight. It's not. But I can understand this time of year, the road conditions. But there's no snow of this coming from Ohio. So all you do come from Ohio into Louisville, from Louisville to Jeffersonville. But I checked my app Monday morning. It didn't even say it was out for delivery till I looked out the window, saw this ugly FedEx truck. The guy got real nasty with me. I said, this is supposed to have been here Saturday. I said, it was shipped out Friday, and I know exactly when FedEx picked it up and shipped it out of the hub. It's supposed to have been here Saturday, so that says the 15th. I said, is that overnight shipping? He didn't say a thing. He's on a chubby side and walked kind of funny. I've never seen that jack donkey in my life. I guess these guys are contract drivers, I guess. I don't know. I don't know if they have to buy their own truck or what. I don't know that much about FedEx. But, man, people, if you're going to ship stuff overnight, you have the right number 2 where you can see where it is. You can see like that. And you can even look at FedEx, and it's not overnight shipping by FedEx. They lie to you to make more money. They are crooks. Man, I got the box, but I don't have to tape it up where you won't see my address. That says overnight, but it got the 15th. You all had it at your terminal on Friday, and you shipped it out Friday night. So, you know, you stealing money from the people, and you say you ship it overnight, and you don't. I wish Congress have your CEOs in front of Congress and chew you all butts out. You know. But this is medical supplies. It was a matter of life and death. You know, you could have caused my death because I had no way to check my sugar. You know, no way to monitor my sugar. If it got too high, the alarm would went off. If it got too low, it would went off. I had no way to check my damn sugar. So you would have been responsible for my death, which I think they call it wrongful death. I'm waiting for somebody to sue you because they didn't get the medicine or medical stuff that the doctor ordered for them. You know, you could be sued. I'm hoping somebody sue you one of these days for wrongful death because they didn't get the medical equipment or the medicine. You are responsible. You're responsible for it. To make a donation, since I don't get paid by YouTube, I need gasoline to run live stream in my car, in my vehicle. I'm on a fixed income. I told you I get between $800 and $900. It could be $850 or $875. It's hard to live off of it. You know, that's how come I went to YouTube, but I should have done more research. People, if you decide to become a live streamer, do your research. Type in your search engine, you know, say, how many subscribers do I need before I make any money off of YouTube? It pops up. I thought I read somewhere 50. I was wrong. I had a moderator. It's on one of those YouTube channels that goes live. She told me 1,000 subscribers and about 4,000 hours or something like that. You can look it up and it'll tell you. So that's how come I asked for donations for gasoline, since I got everything that I can run in my car to do a live stream. My cell phone, the power cord, the cigarette lighter adapter to plug into my cigarette lighter. You know, it takes gasoline. I only put $20, $25 a month in my gas tank at the third of each month. The only time I'm going out driving when I either have to go to the grocery store or go to Charlestown, pick up my son's medicine. Like tomorrow, I go to Clarksville, Indiana to Vision Works, which is on Veterans Parkway. You can look that up on the map. And leave there and go to Charleston to the post office, get my son's mail, then get my mail, then go to JC store, pick up the medicine, maybe pick up some more rabbit food and 2 gallons of milk and all that. I'm just have to cut the kitty cats back on the milk, because they expect to get that 2 times a day, but they usually get that 3 times a day. So now I'm cutting it back. They get it in the morning, then they get it at night, about 5 o'clock. And I'd put some cat food out. I got like those fast food large cups. I dumped some on the porch. The other cup I put down at the other end of the porch, which the rain can't get. By me having it on the porch, you see that blue tarp I put up. I learned from my boot mistakes. So next year, I put it on the outside of the porch and put it up, Then I can go a little bit farther down, and put it up, keeps that cold air from getting, that way. I got that idea from my neighbor who lives in a trailer. His dad lives in it like a log cabin. He got both ends of the porches covered with tarps. The only thing that's not covered, the front of the porch. The wind here comes out of the west. When we get rain, it comes out of the west. So, let's see if anybody, or those live streams, see if there's any live streamers going on. I know he's not on because he's in bed. Let's see if he's live. Because this is 11 o'clock. It'd be about 8 o'clock in California. He can't be live. He was, it says 8 minutes ago, so I guess maybe he is live. No, it says, 3 minutes ago, so I don't think he's live. Let me check, see if I can see the red bar. No. 11:30. No. You know, I know California and Bakersfield, they got a whole lot of stoplights. I ain't been to Bakersfield or Los Angeles in over 37 years. That's when I used to work for Transmatic. Once Transmatic did, I don't know who has a contract now, they would go around to all the blood banks and pick up the plasma. And them reefers, if any truck drivers know anything about reefers, these reefers was 40 degrees below zero. You know, the summertime, it was freezing cold. You know, you had to have a jacket on to get in the back of those trucks. You got that tattletale on your truck. You know, the driver, you know, I was his second driver, but he didn't know nothing about reefers. I did. I told him a few stuff about that. And so, but it's nice going to Bakersfield and Los Angeles. I think this was in L.A. County of Los Angeles, that we pulled inside of the building, either pulled in or back in, maybe we pulled in. They shut the door. It was like an icebox in there. So, and, you know, I guess you had to shut your engine off. You stayed in the truck while they unloaded it. When I was in L.A. County up in Los Angeles, I was only maybe 10 minutes from my real mom. You know, my real mom that I was born to. So, at my age, if she was still alive, how old she would be, let's see. I think she would have been 83, 84, if she's still alive. Which I don't know. My real dad, he died. This is on my dad's side of the family. Everybody on my real dad's side of the family died between 62 and 65. Since I'm 70 plus years, knock on wood, I outlived them. But they had heart attack problems and strokes, high blood pressure, sugar diabetes. I don't think so. I asked my mom if she had anything. I can't remember. If she did, it would have been important to me. I wouldn't forgot that. Parents who got kids, your kids has to know from both sides of the family, mommy and daddy, maybe grandparents, you know, because they will inherit something from somebody. Your kids needs to know about it. You know, high blood pressure, sugar, heart attacks, any medical problems that your family had. You need to write them down or when they, you know, and tell them, because they need to know this. Because one day your kids are going to get married and have kids. They need to know the life history of both parents and grandparents. You know. So make sure you pass it to your kids. Write it down and tell them this is a very important paper. It tells you about the family history on your mom's side and your dad's side. You need to know that. So, you know, make sure you pass it on to your children. You know, anybody have cancer in your family? Like my ex-wife who passed away December 6th of cancer. Her mom and dad died of cancer. And my son has high blood pressure. He's taking medicine for that. But they do check him, his A1C, which is still in the safe range, so he hasn't got diabetes. His mom had it. His grandma and grandpa, I can't remember. I don't remember that when I was married to his mom. But his mom has it, so there's a possibility he might have it. But my no good daughter, the a-hole, there's more I can tell her about it, but I'm not going to. You know, I just don't claim her. You know, she didn't call me at Christmas time. You know, wish me a Merry Christmas. She don't call and check on me. She knows I got a bad heart. She knows I got high blood pressure. She knows I got diabetes because she got diabetes worse than I do, but she drinks beer during the summer. She knows she ain't supposed to for diabetes. But she's pig-headed like I am. She gets it after me and her mom. Her mom's pig-headed. So, parents, you know, write it down on paper. You know, if you got 3 kids, that means you have to do 3 sheets of paper. And they can carry it in a billfold or the purse, or they can put it up. They need to know the medical history of both parents and grandparents. You know, because the grandparents, they pass it on to their children too. So make sure you let your kids know about any medical problems that's in the family. Heart attack, stroke, diabetes, cancer. They need to know that instead of finding out later. They know to be prepared for it. So you know, make sure you tell your kids that. And before you go to work, parents, hug your kids goodbye. Tell them you love them. Anything can happen before, you know, on the way to work. You got crazy people out there. You got people that like to drink and drive. So make sure you tell your kids and hug them. Tell them you love them. Anything possible can happen. Before you go to bed, tell your kids you love them. Give them a hug. Tell your kids to tell them to hug you and tell them they love you. Anything can happen, you know. You know, teach your kids that. They may teach their kids the same thing. Because that'd be too late after one dies. You say, oh, I forgot to tell my kids, you know, that I love them. I gave them a hug. You feel sorry about it. But I didn't get to tell my mom I loved her and give her a big hug. Because when my brother put her in the nursing home against her wishes, had me arrested to get me out of the house where he could put her in the nursing home and steal all the money they had in stocks, CDs, and stuff like that, you know. But karma is going to come back and bite his butt. So, you know, that's only my opinion, but, you know, God don't like what's going on.
I'm not for sure where your units are coming from. we're headed that way.
But I'm leaving in Rochester Road now, in that direction.
There was a sergeant working.
30's in right over in Charleston.
They must got a wreck somewhere. I'm going to have to turn it up where I won't miss something. So,
You're on open mic.
there gotta be other live streamers on.
7895 Cooksville Road, Cross Street, Henriot Road, list assist. 7895 Cooksville Road, Cross Street, Henriot Road, list assist.
KCB scanner is on. That stands for Kern County Scanner, but you can also put in Bakerfield Scanner. And he does live streaming from a scanner. And if you could send him $2, because he live stream it from Radio Reference. Anybody got a scanner, you know what Radio Reference is. So that's how he's doing it. If I had a computer that I could live stream on, but I don't have the right computer, the right graphics card, it says something about the HDR not compatible. I don't know if they even have a hard drive anymore. So, anybody know things about computers? Well, that's Scott County. And
Open CMS. Lexington First Responders, this is your call. 4420 South Slateford Road. 4420 South Slateford Road. This will be just south of Reeves Road. For a 58-year-old female, difficulty breathing.
I know where Rake Road is. That's a few miles from me. Maybe about 5 miles from me.
Attention EMS. Lexington First Responders, this is your call. Both of me, 24420 South Slateford Road. 4420 South
No, it's not
Slateford
Rake Road.
We're just south of Reeves Road on the west side of the roadway. 58-year-old female, difficulty breathing, possibly in and out of consciousness.
Lexington, that's up there where my brother lives, but that's not the road that...
If he's going to be in the vehicle, and what we're getting from dispatch seems like a good idea.
So my brother lives in Lexington, Indiana. It's between Scottsburg and Madison, Indiana, that you get to it on 356, or what's the other road? 203? I don't know, somewhere like that, so... But like I say, I be starting my live stream around 12 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. So, if you all want me to do more live streaming out of my automobile, I need gasoline. I've been truthful with you.
Y'all was clear on that. Y'all turned off the main channel when they was talking about it.
Yeah, boy, no, I didn't hear it. Thank you.
There's something going on in Clark County.
Clear medical and health.
Maybe it's a car wreck, the way the state highway department talking is slick in some places. That could have been possible. But people don't realize it can look like blacktop. With that rain we got at 29 degrees, they're going to be black ice. And one thing the cop asks you, how fast you go, you say your speed limit.
1043 EMS, Lexington first responders, code 3 to 4420 South Slade Ford Road for a 58-year-old female breathing difficulty.
And you get a ticket for unreasonable speed, which means for the conditions of the road. I got a ticket one day by this cop. He was a racist state trooper. He didn't like black people. You know, he only loves his own race. I ain't gonna mention his name, but he's dead. I think he might have some families on the police departments, but he was a racist cop. When I was young, I used to go out to country roads and drink. Or if I had a girlfriend, I would park on the country road. Well, I was under 18 years old. Somebody who was out there drinking and like that. They told the postal inspector that they saw me out there. They came to my house. Under the law, I was a minor. He had no right to question me without a guardian or a parent. My mom was teaching piano lessons, I believe. He violated my Constitution. So I had to sit in the back seat while that trooper sit in the front seat and the postal inspector sit in the other seat. He asked, what was you doing out there on so-and-so road? I said, I don't know where it is, but I tell you something. I was out there with a black girl doing my thing. You know that PO'd him off. From that day on after, he followed me every place I went. Lucky I got his license plate. That means that showed his who had that police card. So Dad made a phone call down to the sergeant or lieutenant, I can't remember. You know, I did it for a joke in about way. Maybe I asked for it, but I joke with him because, you know, I don't like people who's racist. We all got red blood in us. We do. We all got the same DNA. You got white, Puerto, everything's in your blood. And so Dad drove me down there on this trooper. I think he got his butt chewed out after he left, but he said, what did you tell Trooper so-and-so? I said, number one, he violated my rights. I said, I'm a minor. My parent or guardian should have been there to question me. He does not have the right to do that. That's the first thing he screwed up. And what else did you tell? He asked me what I was doing out there. And I told him. I said, I was out there with a good-looking black lady doing my thing. And I told Sergeant or Lieutenant, I can't remember, but that's how long ago. I think I was 16, 17, somewhere in there. Lucky I said, I was out there doing my homework. He said, don't touch my door. I'll let you out of my car. Don't even close my door. He said, did you really say that? Yes. I said, I first told him he does not have the right to question me without my legal guard. I said, well, I can leave. He said, if you leave, I arrest you. I said, I consider that a threat, which is illegal under the Constitution. He knew I needed a legal guardian or a parent. He had no right to threaten me like that. My dad was you could say a VIP. He quit following me, but through the grapevine with other troopers, because some of the other troopers didn't like him because they had women on the state police. He didn't like women. He didn't like black people on the state police post. He was a racist state trooper. You still got a few of them in the world. But he did get in trouble, but they would tell me what kind of trouble that he got into. Did he get to put his 20 plus years in? I don't know, but I think he had a little vacation without pay, but I'm not sure. But, I had some good friends on the state police, I had him on the county and the city, But I figured Dad and me got in the car, he didn't really, he kind of gave me the funny look. So when I said, Dad, I'm going to bring a girlfriend over, is she black or white? I said, Dad, she's white. But I have dated a few black girls or African-American girls. This one I went over by Churchill Down area. Man, she was beautiful. She could cook. My kids fell in love with her cooking and all that. She spent a few nights there. But when I took her back home, somebody got her on drugs. I didn't see her too much after that. She treated me like an angel. So she took me over to meet her mom, her brothers, and her mom's boyfriend. Guess what? African-American people is racist too. Her mom's boyfriend didn't like me because I was white. Her mom jumped all over him about that right in front of me. Said, if you're going to be like that, you can leave. He apologized. I said, as long as my daughter's happy, she tells me he treats her like a queen. He treats her better than any boyfriend she had. Black, I was the first white boy that her daughter dated. Her mom loved me to death.
Patient will be signing us for
She
work.
her mom thanked me for treating her good. I even opened the door for her. Her mom couldn't believe how polite I was. You be nice to people, you get it back. There's races in all forms out there. Blacks, Mexican, Puerto Ricans, it's all over. God don't want you to be that way. Now, I got gas, but it's a gas prices in your favor. How's it in my favorite when it go up? It's not in my favorite. I think I'm going to make it 2 hours, but click the bell, then click it again where you get all notifications. and click the thumbs up. Please share it. You know, I told you about my cats. I've showed you live video about my cats. You all know what my cats needs. You know I need gas money to do y'all better live stream.
The tailgate's popped open. I don't guess they got all the solid out of it, so I need to dump it so I can lax my tailgate.
So, if you all know anything about computers, and when I got this HP, I gave you, I guess, the number of it, NV something, I can't remember. I think it got Windows 10, Windows 11, I don't know, but when I bring Prison up, the screen pops up, HDR not compatible or something, which the only thing I can figure HDR is high definition resolution. You know, so if that tells you anything. If you want to send me a computer, you can, if you're computer smart, you know what I need. You know how much RAM I need. What's that? 1 TB of RAM, whatever. And you know how much of a hard drive I need. So you can order it through Amazon and send it to my post office box. You know when I get it, because it'll tell you when it's delivered to my post office box. But I only go to my post box on Fridays unless we got bad weather. If we got bad weather, I will not get out, period. I'm staying in. I might go out and put cat food on the porch. And maybe give them some canned cat food, or if I got chicken, I might throw some chicken. I got a chicken in the ice box. I might have to pull that out, put it in my ice box where I can put it in a crock pot and feed them chicken that way. So, that way there'd be, something special they only get maybe once or twice a year. So please make a donation. Like I've told you, I don't make nothing off of YouTube until I get 1,000 plus subscribers, at least 1,000. And 4,000 hours of video or 4,000 views, I don't know. I done forgot. I know it's 4,000 something. You all know. But I told you what my income is. I didn't lie about that, but I didn't tell you the full amount. I said between $800 and $900. I'm being honest with you. I tell you my medical problems. I'm being honest. One person asked for a view of my house. I don't know why, but today, is it after midnight? Let's see. It is here where I live. It's 12:12, which is the 19th. But that's Eastern Standard Time, so this is Friday morning. And take my metformin, because I take it twice a day.
Great, we obtained one on SOR. Patients been listed back in the bed.
I
For their
see.
court count.
I guess I take 1,000 milligrams a day. I was taking 2,000 milligrams a day, so I'm down to 1,000 milligrams. That's 500 in the morning and 500 at night. So I've been on here exactly 2 hours. Please hit the bell and hit it twice where you get all notifications. And send a donation for gasoline. But, I'd rather have a post office money order. But put a note and say, well, this is for gasoline. Then I use it for gasoline. But legally, I cannot show you by pumping gas in the car because of static electricity. You cannot have a phone, anything like that. It could, static electricity.
Yeah.
So I would say, I forgot something. The other donations that God wants me to tell you about. One is the one that Danny Thomas started, St. Jude's. Help those kids out. Those is God's children. And another one is the Shriners, who helps children out. You saw that on TV. Shriners is part of the Mason. My dad was a Mason of Lodge 226 in Charlestown. And another one, Habitat for Humanity. They build houses for veterans and low-income people. And another one that's very important to me since I'm a veteran, Wounded Warriors. They need your help, but they should get help from Washington, D.C. That shows you those idiots in D.C. don't care about our warriors. They fought for yours and my rights. I even fought for your rights. So donate to them. That's important to me. Because that's one thing God wants me to put out. It's very important. Kids shouldn't get cancer. But like I say, I'm not a doctor. Maybe I don't know what I'm talking about. People, think of it. I say it's the chemicals. It's in the water. It's the chemicals in our food. Our body can only take so much chemicals before everything breaks down. I hope I'm wrong, but that's a possibility. All the chemicals. I don't know if it's a study being done on it, but that's what I believe. But maybe that's what God's putting up here for me. So that's something, to think about. I'm not a doctor. I'm not a lawyer. I'm not a police officer. I got no degrees and stuff that I just say about the water and the chemicals in our food. But common sense tells you your body can only take so much chemicals before it breaks down. So think about it. Use your common sense. I know everybody got common sense. Think about it. Eat the right food. If you can grow a garden, plant your own food.
get a jug of death. Yeah, I probably need to do the same.
So that's something you need to look into. Grow your own garden. Plant your food. I tell you what my grandpa used to do. Instead of using fertilizer, he dug a hole all over that garden. He would throw chicken bones in it. And after you eat the corn off the corn cob, he would put that in the potato peels, banana peels, fish guts, fertilizer. That's natural. You can look at that. Grow your own food because it's better for you. If you live somewhere that you can have chickens, I know some cities you can allow to have chickens, but no rooster because of the noise they make at 5 o'clock in the morning. I'd rather hear a rooster crow, but there's some people that don't want to hear that bull crap. But grow your own, have your chickens, have your fresh eggs. I tell you, in the summertime, what you can feed those chickens, I found out, feed them fruit like watermelon, grapes, apples, pears, cut it up. But I guarantee you, when I get a watermelon, I love watermelon, I cut a slice of it off. Man, them chickens will jump up there and try to take it out of my hand. They eat all that watermelon down to the ground. So I take it out and throw it over in the hole in my garden. So that tells you right there, you don't know what you get in those eggs when you buy your eggs in the grocery store. I seen videos, they got them all together. Them chickens needs to get out where they can eat the bugs and stuff. That's natural for them, that God made for them to do. You can put it back in the pen, where they can get in the box and lay their eggs and go night-night. So, them eggs is better for you. If you like peanut butter, look what's in them jars of peanut butter. You can make your own peanut butter. You can grow peanuts in your garden. Make your own peanut butter. I guess there's a recipe, but you know how to make peanut butter. Well, if you got a garden, ask your mom or your grandma how you can food. You plant your corn and cut the corn off of the stalks, and you can can it. Have fresh corn, tomatoes.
From 62 coming back to you.
And you can cut your chicken up and can it. You know what you put in it. And you can grow your own pickles or cucumbers. You know what you're putting in. It's better than beets. You know how much money it'll save you? Sometimes you can make your own butter. If you live in a place where you can have honeybees, you can make your own honey. If you got maple trees.
So I'm going to pull right here to the side of the rock, get everything rolling, and I'm taking off.
So you can make your own maple syrup. I believe you got to have maple trees to do that. So you can make your own maple syrup. You know, you can look online. You know what you're getting in your maple syrup because you make it yourself, which is better for your family. Grow your own food and can it. You know what's in it. You look at the stuff that you get off your corn and the stuff they put into it. Is that good for you? No. I'm not a doctor. I'm not a lab person. So, you know, it's better for you. And I would say, if you know some place where you can buy goat's milk, they also make soap out of goat's milk. You have to check. You probably can find it in your state because there's some people is allergic to some soap. So you might want to look into goat soap. I know you can buy goat's milk in one of those little cans, but, you know, that's something to look at, you know, for health reasons. Take your vitamins. Drink your orange juice. Eat a grapefruit in the morning. So, you know, but make sure that you heard my pet peeve for the day. Like I say, if you send something to my post office box, it's being delivered by Pony Express. Something that used to take 2 to 3 days takes 7 to 14 days. So, you know, that'll tell you. But if you send anything from Amazon, you know when I will receive it. But I'd rather use my laptop to sit here and live stream to you. So I want to say thank you all. Thank you for any donations that you might send, which I find out Friday. It depends on the road condition. If it's too slick, and I look out, so God bless you. God will reward you for your good deeds. You always heard that. So thank you for watching my YouTube channel. Spread the word. God loves you.